Everybody, it's Mike Kleanowitz coming to you live from my backyard deck area. And today I wanted to give you an update as to where we are with Right Way Outreach Ministries. Things are going very well. Donations and sponsorships are starting to pour into our GoFundMe page, which is awesome. Our goal for the year is to try to end the year at the end of December with $50,000 in donations, whether it's through the GoFundMe, through cash, through checks, through other sales or events and things we do, whatever. We just want to try to get to that number in their actual bank account. And it's growing a little bit every day with your continued support and everything. And we're well on our way to, getting some solid money in there so we can get closer to our goal, which, we're kind of peeling back the goal a little bit because I think to build a big facility that has to raise millions of dollars to do that is a great vision to have at some point. But for now, I think we're going to focus on work with what we got and, raise enough money to be able to purchase a house. We're going to start with one house in the Aberdeen area to address the homelessness in Harford County. So we're going to have one house, one location. Not sure if it's going to be a men's or women's facility yet. It all depends on how things work out. But we're going to try to partner with some local companies that are right in that immediate area, like Amazon, Walmart, and some other big corporations that could potentially hire these people and give these people opportunities to work in their warehouse, in their maintenance departments, and whatever, just to get them working and get them some income. So that's kind of what we're going to try to do here with everything. But that's our main big goal that we want to accomplish, and that's probably not going to happen by the end of this year. But in order to accomplish that, we are coming up with some very cool events that you're probably going to want to be a part of. So, the first thing I want to talk about is t-shirts, right? Everybody likes to wear t-shirts. So, we're making custom Right Way Outreach Ministry t-shirts. They're cool shirts. They're gonna be black, so it makes everybody look slim. So if you're a little bigger like me, still makes you look thin. It's gonna have the Right Way sign, which is like looks like a one-way sign, but it's a Right Way sign. It says Outreach Ministries across the bottom. And then on the back is going to be our big circle logo with Right Way Ministries on the back. And underneath of that, on the back, is going to be a big area that we have available for anyone who wants to become a sponsor of Right Way Outreach Ministries. So, what we're going to do for a $250 donation, and this is simple, this is very simple. All you have to do is go to GoFundMe, go to our link. It's in here in the description on this video. Go to the link, click on the link, donate $250 for a one-time donation, or set up a monthly donation if you want to do that too. That's up to you. But one-time donation, $250 gets you a logo, a custom logo of your business on the back of our shirts that we're going to have printed. Right now, I think we got about 6 or 7 different sponsorships so far. So we're looking to get as many as we can, because the more we get, the more money we can put into the ministry, the more t-shirts we can order, the more shirts we can get in circulation and use them in our events and things like that. The goal is going to be to sell the t-shirts for like $25 a piece. Obviously, all the sponsors will get a t-shirt because they paid to be a sponsor, so they'll get a t-shirt. They'll also get invited to all of our events that we're going to be doing. The first major event that we're going to be doing is actually going to be pretty fun. I have a personal friend of the family who owns a local winery and vineyard, where we're going to set up a private, exclusive, like VIP only event for people that we know that like to taste wine. And we're going to have our own private wine tasting. We're going to have some food there. Everybody's going to leave with a free bottle of wine and a wine, probably a little wine glass, a custom wine glass or something like that. And we're not going to set the prices too high. We just want to get people in the door and have a fun night of fun time together. So I'm working at the final details on that. I'm not sure exactly what the price is going to be as of yet per ticket, but probably somewhere in the $60 to $75 a ticket range for that event. And remember, you'll get a bottle of wine, you'll get a glass, you're going to get some food, maybe have some live music at the event, and it's going to be fun. So I'm going to invite all my real estate clients to the event. I'm also going to invite a lot of my Bible brothers from all my Bible groups that I go to the event, and whoever wants to come. We're gonna set it up real easy where you can buy tickets online, probably through Eventbrite. You can purchase tickets ahead of time, or if you want to buy them at the door, we're going to take cash, we're going to take checks, and we're going to take whatever credit cards, debit cards, whatever through going through our GoFundMe page. So you can literally pay right at the door. Just make a donation. I'll get the email that you paid, and then you can go into the event, and we'll have the money that way. um, Trying to keep things simple, stupid, and try to get the money into the account as soon as we possibly can. We'll be selling T-shirts at the event, so you can bring some extra cash for some T-shirts. And we'll be just talking about what we're going to be doing as the ministry a little bit, so people understand what we are, who we are, what we're doing. So that's going to be the big goal right now. We got a couple other events we're going to be planning in the future. Probably not until next year, but we're going to have a charity golf tournament that we're going to set up. We're going to try to get some kind of VIP guests or something like that there that can take pictures with everybody at the tournament and welcome everybody to the tournament, and have a really nice day. It's going to be at probably the Eagles Nest Country Club. If you haven't been there, is absolutely amazing. The views are amazing. The golf course is amazing. The food, they just got a new chef there. The food is amazing. And then obviously they'll have drinks and stuff too. So it'll be a nice outing for everybody for that day that we pick, probably in the spring next year. Then we're going to be working on some kind of a maybe formal kind of event where we do like more of a black tie kind of event. Again, probably be hosted at Eagles Nest Country Club in their ballroom. I think it fits up to 200 people. So, we're going to try to throw a nice event there for the nonprofit as well. And just invite, whoever wants to come out and have a nice night. Maybe have a VIP guest who can do a keynote speech or something for us at the event, and just be a good time to hang out and try to raise some money for the charity. And we're gonna have papers where you can just scan QR codes and go right from your phone and just donate whatever you want to donate. We're gonna have some people telling their stories as well. I'll have T-shirts available. I have my books available for sale. We'll be all set up there too to raise money that way. And I'm also going to be doing something. And we're going to start this at Eagles Nest Country Club probably in the next couple of months. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to have the ministry, the Right Way Outreach Ministries, is going to sponsor a men's Bible breakfast, probably like once a month at the country club, where you can come in for free. We're thinking maybe like a 9:45, late start. Come in for a nice breakfast from like 9:45 to like 10:30, like breakfast and networking with the other people that come to the group and just getting to know people, talk to people, that kind of thing. And then from 10:30 till about 11:30, we're going to go strong into the word. And then maybe have a couple people just do a quick little talk, maybe have a sponsor come up and say, who they are, introduce themselves, because we do have a lot of sponsors that are helping us out with all this funding these activities. So whoever wants to step up and fund and sponsor the breakfast at the country club for us will definitely be recognized and have opportunity to speak in front of the people that are there. And then we'll close it up with a nice prayer. We'll open it up for prayer requests and hopefully wrap everything up and have everybody out the door by like 12 o'clock. So it'll be from like 9:30 ish with breakfast starting, and then really get into the 9:45, say 9:45, until about 10:30, and then 10:30 to 11:30 is the word, and then and some discussion questions and some group questions and things like that. And then we're gonna, roll into closing it out and trying to get everybody out by 12. So, it'll be good for members too at Eagles Nest. If they want to play golf, they can book their tee time for like, 12:30 or whatever. Come to breakfast, have a nice breakfast, get into the word, and then, book a 12:30 tee time and go out and play 18 holes and really make a day of it and have a great time. So that's kind of the goal. That's kind of our goals. That's kind of where we're going as an organization. I think the main goal is, we want to really get that first house up and running as soon as we can, so that then we can take that idea and open up a men's or women's house too, because we want to have a men's and a women's program separate. So women are at one house and men are at one house, and kind of go that way. So thanks for taking the time to join me, watching this video, hearing what we're all about. Really appreciate it. If you can find it in your heart to donate, even if you're not a big corporate sponsor, you don't have a company, whatever, and you just want to donate, $50 or $100 or whatever, please go to the GoFundMe page and donate what you can. This is all going to a good cause. We are a 100% right now, 100% volunteer run organization. So we don't have, other than expenses of, buying t-shirts or buying tablecloth, banners, signs, that kind of stuff. We really don't have any expenses overhead. So the money that's donated is going directly to fund these charity organizations. And we will also be helping some other people out along our journey of building our money in the bank. There's a couple other faith-based organizations that need some help. So we're going to be donating some money to them as well, in the local Harford County area and Baltimore County area too. So your money's going to good use. This is what your churches should be doing with your money, but they have, like I said, the difference between us and the church is that, we're bringing God to people. They wait for people to come to God. That's number one. So we're actually going out, bringing God to people, and meeting them where they're at. And then number two, they have all this overhead of having to pay the pastors and having to pay to keep the lights on and having to pay to run the facilities and having to pay, for the clerical staff and the office staff and all the benefits and the health benefits and the 401k retirement plans and the pensions and all the spiritual experience trips that all their staff gets to go on and fly all around the country and the world and all that. And that's where your money goes. Let's just be honest. Like when you give to your church, your local church, your money's going to a lot of that first. And then whatever's left is what's funding, the recovery program at the church, or what's funding the local charitable organizational help type thing at the church. So with us, we just kind of cut out all the crap and say all the money's just going to go right to these people who need it so much, which are the homeless people that are living in our communities, in our local areas right now. Right now. So like when you go to bed at night and you get under the covers, like they're laying in the woods, with the wild animals and everything. Like they're sleeping outside. Like if it's raining, they're outside. You're inside. If it's snowing, they're outside. You're inside. There are shelters, but they're all short term. We want to do something and come up with a long term, mid range, long term solution to try to get these people rehabilitated and back on their feet and acclimated to society, where they can become self-sufficient productive adults and start contributing to society and finding that sense of just um I guess just being a person who can take care of themselves, and live in the world and pay their bills and be responsible and have an apartment and drive a car and have a job and take care of yourself and get your hair cut and go to your doctor appointments and work out, whatever. Like, we want to get these people back to that, so they can feel good about themselves, and then what they can do is hopefully go and help other people who are in the same spot that they were, and we can kind of move these people up in the program and have house managers that help run our programs that used to be homeless people, that have earned the spot of house manager where they can run our houses for us. Like, and we're thinking all the way up, like, big picture here. This is just starting with us. We just want to do one house, but eventually the plan is going to be have several houses around several different areas of the county, and we'll have Harford County, we'll have Baltimore County, and we'll even probably go into the city and do something down there because there's a lot of problems down there too. So I mean, big picture, like, this isn't like just we just want to build one house and say, hey, we built a house, or we bought a house or whatever. Like, this is something that we want to take and create a good pilot program based model, and then take it and expand it, and then maybe other states and cities and people around the country will see what we're doing and say, hey man, this is a good idea, maybe we can start doing this in our neighborhood too, and then let it just grow organically into this program, where we help all kinds of people all over the place. And you just never know, because when God gets involved with the project, the 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 goals and the vision kind of change, because, like, it's not really limited to anything at all. It's when you have God, it's limitless. It's completely limitless. The possibilities are endless, and everything is just you know whatever He wants, and God gets what He wants. So what He wants is He wants me to be doing this right now. He also has me doing real estate for now too, and still serving clients in the real estate industry for the time being. I don't know if that's going to be what I do forever. I may be running a nonprofit at some point, and that may be my full time, you know, baby that I do, because I love what I'm doing. I love putting these events together and getting people together, connecting people together, and letting people see what they can actually do when they come together as a group and they help the less fortunate. And then we can have some of these less fortunate people eventually come to our events, hang out, and introduce themselves and speak and talk about their experiences that they had of coming off the street and coming into the home and getting a job and everything. And, like, that's going to be where the real power starts. That's going to be where people really feel the change and feel the call to get involved with the organization and what we're trying to do. So um, that's just the updates I have for today. For this morning. So, like I said, thanks again for taking the time to watch this. A little bit lengthy video, went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it always does, because I just keep talking so much. But thank you. God bless you. Have a great Father's Day weekend. Hopefully, you have some good plans if you're a father, with your family, with your kids. Hopefully, it doesn't involve you having to stand behind the grill and cook for everybody all weekend, and you get to enjoy yourself too, because it is Father's Day weekend. Me personally, my son has a whole bunch of baseball games, so I'll be hanging out with him and going to some going to some little league travel game, doubleheader, whatever, triple header. We'll see what happens. If they win, they just keep playing. It's one of those things. So, tomorrow has a potential to have, I think, almost 4 games. So I don't know how it's going to go, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, thank you. God bless you. Take care and be on the lookout for our events. And you can watch the updates. I'll be having them here on YouTube every once in a while on our YouTube channel. which is youtube.com/, I think it's at Right Way Outreach Ministries. You can find us on YouTube, and then you can find us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/, Right Way Outreach Ministries. You can find us there too. So, we're all over, and we're posting our updates, we're posting everything. And if you want to get involved, now's your opportunity. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. At the organization, we appreciate every single dollar, that gets donated, even if it's, $5, it's going to go to a good cause. We're going to go and help these people out and get them out of their situations. And we are going to be posting updates in terms of where the money goes, because I really feel like that's the biggest thing, is to be 100% transparent with what we have, what we've raised, and what is going where, and what money is getting spent on what. Like, I really feel like that's what people want to know. So we'll be posting updates and letting people know where the money's going and what's going on too, is to be fully transparent with everybody. So thanks again. Take care. Have a great Father's Day weekend. Bye now.